Everybody, we're back. When I was coming up here to do the episode, a person literally asked me to wait, to not get in the elevator with them, to wait for the next one. Like I'm some diseased leper. Is this the world we're living in now? I mean, I honestly don't understand how that even happened. I'm in perfect health. Level 3, please. Thanks. Anyway, so I've sat down to watch the latest episode of The Tiger King. Okay, now, I already covered this. Great series. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay? They think, let's bring out another one, because everyone wants to see one. This was me when I was a baby. Okay? This was me last week. Before I watched the new Tiger King episode, I was so disappointed, I look like this now. Okay? Don't look at the previous episodes a week ago, just take my word on it. So The Tiger King has been a gigantic smash hit, okay? No question about it. I think it's like the biggest documentary ever. So you know what? After a pretty perfect season in terms of telling us the story, let's bring out another episode. What a great idea. When you have one of the biggest hits of all time in terms of documentaries, it becomes an impossible task to follow it up with another episode. And if you're gonna do it, you gotta make sure it's goddamn good. Movies have the same problem. And these were all great. You know, I loved every single one of these sequels after the trilogy or after the series has ended. It's always worked out fantastically for them. The beauty of Tiger King was that it was filmed over several years, so we didn't just get a snapshot of a particular situation. It creates a complete picture in many aspects, because we see the characters not just in a contained environment, but usually through many shifting chapters of their own life. Tiger King certainly gave us a lot of answers, but it also left open a lot of questions. Did Carol Baskin kill her husband? Is Joe Exotic guilty? Is this photo of Howard Baskin real?
I'm Dr. Naira Kane Degacello, and I believe that the world's most dangerous chemical weapon is testosterone.
So with the idea of a new episode, some more questions could be potentially answered. So I was very excited, and a lot of people were very excited. But what we got was this.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's me, Joel McHale.
What the fuck are you doing? Who the hell are you?
Have you met the nanny?
I just saw her booty, and that's about it.
So do you think Carol did it? Oh yeah, definitely. Where's the nanny?
The federal government has failed us on so many levels. So, I have no problem saying it once again. Fuck the feds. They need to be working for us. Their paychecks come from us. Their tax money that they blow comes from us. So I feel like I have every right as an American citizen to say, fuck the feds, do your job.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
Fuck the feds, do your job.
Now, I'm not saying we can't have a Q&A session about Tiger King. When it's brought to life through film and television, it is interesting to sit down with the cast and crew and get more of an understanding of it. But the problem is, this was actually pitched as a new episode, so a lot of people, just like me, were expecting unseen footage, an update on the case for Carol Baskin, more evidence on Joe Exotic, not just hearsay, or at the very least, an episode that was focused on the 3 pivotal characters that we tuned in for. But they were not even in this at all. But what we got was a Skype call with a bunch of characters that we weren't initially interested in and still aren't overly interested in. This additional episode is a Where Are They Now style episode. The problem is, we don't care where those people are. We just want to know where those 3 pivotal characters are now. But look, maybe this was here to make us laugh. Who knows, right? But all I know is this host did not do a good job. Not only were the jokes just not landing, some of them were just plain right distasteful. Like when they had the guy on that lost his arm to a tiger. I mean, look, sure, keep it fun and light. But the way that he kind of kept going with more and more jokes about the guy that lost his arm. Again, you can have some fun, but hey, there's a way to tastefully do it.
He really gives it all for his job. Saf, was it awkward with the cat afterwards? But he didn't look at your right arm and start licking his chops or anything? Who would you trust first again, Joe Exotic or the tiger who bit your arm off?
We are laughing.
So, what restaurant does the guy with the one leg love the most? IHOP. But the big problem with this is we go 40 minutes without really revealing anything crucial. Now, we already knew that Joe Exotic was harming cats and killing cats. We already know that, you see. Nothing out of this 40-minute episode gives us any more of a real clear understanding of the entire situation. And the thing is, if you want to bring out a new episode, you can do it. It's risky territory, but you've really got to deliver. This ultimately just feels like a cheap cash grab to try and jump on top of the hype at the moment with Tiger King and deliver more content to get people lining up for more of it, only to completely disappoint them, because it's not only not in the same format, it doesn't deliver the same punch, and you're not left with the kind of twists and turns that you were left with the initial 7 episodes. So what is the point of this? And it's one thing to have an episode that's a real letdown, it's another to have a host that just completely drops the ball too. Not to mention, we do remember his performance when he was drunk hosting these awards several years ago.
I'm gonna move around as much as the cameraman does. It's like I'm more drunk than I already am. Here's something that hasn't been said before, or said since. Never mind, I'm not gonna even try it. At Brandon Victorin asks, hey Tim, what was the inspiration for the project?
Well,
Did you get high or something?
I
just wish Johannes would stop talking so much.
So all in all, the time, effort, and quality needs to be upheld if they expect us to tune in. A lot of people are going to be very annoyed with this new episode because it's just a letdown on so many fronts. It would have been better to just leave it entirely, but they had to touch it. I am excited for them to touch it again. But I really want them to be going back to this when they have more evidence, more understanding, more testimony, something that gives us a clearer picture from the 3 main pivotal characters, not people on the sideline that we're not overly interested in. There will be a time when we do learn the fate of Joe Exotic, if he gets out of prison or if he stays there for a very long time. As to Carol Baskin, I'm sure there's going to be more information as we go on in terms of the disappearance of her husband. That's all going to come, I feel it, right? It just wasn't the right moment to start doing episodes a few weeks after with some Q&A thing that you pitched as an episode, which it is not. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. Fed them to tigers, they snacking. What's happening? Carol Baskin.
Carol fucking Baskin murdered her husband Don. She wanted the money. She got the money. She got it.